1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Thank you, that's good.
No, that's you're using a compressor?
Yes, of course.
All right.
Somewhat.
Yeah, just a little.
Something.
Yeah, good.
It's a little.
Cool. No problem.
First of all,
Yes.
the main thing for us is to record the idea.
Yeah, of course. Whatever you want.
See, this is the text. Kind of. It's in Russian.
Yes.
This one you can say
In English.
This one you
Yeah.
can say in English.
All right.
This one in Russian. It means, hi, my name is Joey.
Yep.
I am from Manowar. And you're listening to Radio RockArsenal.
Okay, great. Are we ready?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, great. Hi, this is Joey DeMaio from Manowar. Tonight we'll be waiting for you with our show at the.
You can say it
Can
in
I just say
different
my
words.
own thing?
Yeah, sure.
Okay,
sure,
great.
Sure.
The main thing is just the palace. Be waiting for you
It's
at the
not
show
it's
at
not-
the
it's not
palace.
Just
K-
keep it. Uralets. That's enough. That's the name of the place.
Uralets.
Uralets.
Okay, yeah. Ready?
Yes.
Okay. Hi, this is Joey DeMaio from Manowar, and I'm telling everybody here in Yekaterinburg, we're gonna blow your fucking head off tonight at the Uralets. Be there.
And it's gonna be brutal.
Fuck yes, it will be. It will be brutal.
Are you going to
you
play
can cut
loud?
that on.
Loud.
No, we're going to play the loudest anybody ever played.
Yeah.
Did she bring that coffee in?
Not yet.
Oh,
Not
okay.
yet. It will take her some minutes.
Oh, no problem.
She will come.
Oh, it's cool.
As soon
Okay,
as
good.
She's ready.
Okay.
So, идет?
Yes, of course.
So, first of all, welcome to Yekaterinburg.
Thank you. It's
You know,
a pleasure to be here. Really. We
hope-
waited so long. And I know you're going to tell me people waited for Manowar. Manowar has been waiting many years to finally come here. And we're very proud and very happy to be here.
You are coming from Scandinavia.
Yes.
And what will be the next point of your journey?
The next point of the journey will be home.
Oh,
Home for a short break.
so where is your home now?
New York.
New York.
Yeah.
Good. I prepared some questions.
Anything you want to do is fine.
First of all, this is not the first time you are coming to Russia. What is the difference between the Russian fans and, say, people in Europe or in United States? Is there any difference? Or the kids are the same everywhere?
For me, I don't think there's a difference in the quality of the fans, because any Manowar fan, I don't care if you come from Russia or Italy or anywhere, if you love the music of Manowar, you're already part of a special family.
The immortals.
Huh?
The immortal.
Yes, that's right. You're immortal. And so for us, it's kind of like a family reunion when you see cousins and brothers and sisters you haven't seen before. That's what it's like at a Manowar show. People come from all over the world. And it doesn't matter what city we play in. They were telling me tonight, the promoters, that these boys flew 9 hours from Vladivostok to be here. And people from all over, people from Moscow are coming, from Ukraine. So, how can you say anybody's different when we're really all the same? We're brothers and sisters of metal.
Wow, that's good.
That's true.
That's true. Are you planning in the future any other cities apart from Moscow, St. Petersburg? You see, here in Yekaterinburg, we are very, very happy to see artists of this level coming to our city. Because usually they say, oh, Russia, it is Moscow. It is St. Petersburg and nothing else.
Yeah, but that's not us. We know this is a huge country with so many cities and so many people that really love and appreciate music. We know that. And we've been trying to find the right partners to come and play. And it's important that the fans understand just what a great effort this promoter, Elena, has done to bring Manowar.
Yeah, sure.
It's not the normal performance that most bands come and they play on some shitty PA system in a small club with horrible lights, bad sound, not big enough for the fans to be comfortable. This company has gone to the fucking maximum, not the minimum. So we are bringing our own PA system,
Wow.
which is the loudest, clearest, best PA system in the world. It's called DAS Audio from Spain. And we endorse this PA because it can bring not only the clear sound, but the full, rich, thick, warm sound that you're going to hear tomorrow night. We're going to take the roof off this fucking place.
So we'll have the chance to compare.
You'll have the chance to
previous
compare.
sound with
Yes,
this.
yeah, and the previous sound of everybody else will be horrible compared to what you will hear tomorrow night.
Sure,
it will be the end of the world when you hear this. You're not going to believe it, okay?
Yeah,
So
yeah, I know.
go to the bathroom first just to make sure. It's going to be it's going to shake your body so much. I don't want anybody to have an accident.
Wow, great,
Okay?
great.
But not only that, clear and pure sound. And it takes time and it takes effort and it takes money to do that. But we're not going to play and give our fans bad sound, bad lights, a bad place to play because our fans deserve the best. And it takes time and work. So I really want the fans to know that this company has really gone to the maximum. And I can tell you, they're not doing it for the money because the show is not sold out. But they know it will be when Manowar return and return again. And that's why we're here. We believe that this is Rock City. And for those who disbelieve, who are going to sit on their ass and miss the concert, all they're doing is fucking themselves. Because they're going to hear about it from everybody that went there. Next time they won't miss it. Seeing and hearing is believing.
If they don't come, they may be not next time.
Well, there you go.
That's why they're coming.
Well, that's the point. I know that the place is going to have people there that are going to carry the message. And they're going to be happy. And those are the people. Hey, we're playing for the people that come, not for the people that don't come.
Your coffee is coming.
Here comes a nice girl. Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Very shy.
She's practicing for if we get married so she can do the right thing.
Yeah. You are noted for playing The Flight of the Bumblebee. Mm-hmm. And there are, huge number of variants on YouTube. For example, this show, that guitar, this guitar. Why? Why do you play Rimsky-Korsakov?
Well, it's always been considered one of the virtuoso showpieces.
Yeah.
And I don't play it perfect every night. In fact, I've probably never played it perfect, but you know what? It's such a from the heart piece. You know what I mean? It's just such a from the heart piece of music, and it's timeless. And to think that we will never see composers like that again. Never. Those guys were the masters.
He was Russian.
He fucking kicked ass, man. The guy partied.
You can see how we are proud.
You should be proud. Russians have a right to be proud. Russians are fucking great musicians and great artists and great everything. I mean, come on. We're so thrilled to be in this country. I can't tell you, Every time we're here, we just have such a good feeling. We're welcomed, with honesty, with love, with respect, with love for our music. The fans are just so into it. I mean, I think the police arrested more people in Moscow trying to get into the concert than people could get into the concert. And not because they were doing anything bad. They were just so fucking excited that they were just,
Correct.
They didn't see the line. I think they were just trying to, like in those horror movies where people crawl on the walls, they were just trying to get into the venue. And they were singing the songs outside from 7 o'clock in the morning. It's just a special, special feeling. You got to love it.
The security here is getting used to it. They're beginning to get used.
Yeah.
They're not used to it. They see something happens and they are rushing.
Yeah.
Discipline, calm.
Yeah, but our fans are not violent. The heavy metal audience is not a violent audience. They are an audience of love, brotherhood, excitement. And then some people see this energy and excitement and they think, "Oh, is there going to be a problem?" There's not problems at heavy metal concerts. They're not violent people,
Even in our city, the most disciplined, non-drinking people are heavy metal musicians. Mm-hmm. They look different, but what they do, they are very disciplined. always in time, always they're ready.
You have to be, because, and this is one thing people don't understand. Yes, I like to fuck girls. Yes, I like to drink. Yes, I like to party, but I don't do it when I have to do a show. You know, I can't, because if I'm on tour for 60 or 80 shows or 100 shows, whatever it's going to be, if I get fucked up and drunk, off my ass on a Thursday night, people on Friday are going to suffer for it. And it's not fair, So, yes, I hear what you're saying about a lot of the musicians, and I respect that, because we have a responsibility to put on as consistent a performance every night as possible. I don't want people to say, oh, yeah, they came to Yekaterinburg and they were all fucked up and it was a shit show. I saw it in Moscow, it was better. It's not supposed to be like that. It's supposed to be, I've seen the band 10 times on this tour and each time was different but great. That's consistency, and that's really our responsibility.
That's, the golden rule, just the golden words you're saying.
But it's true. I mean, that's the way we should all be living. I mean, you have to.
Apart from Rimsky-Korsakov or anything, what influenced you to play this kind of music? Classical,
I've always loved classical music, and I've also loved the classical, what I call the classical heavy metal bands. And the classical heavy metal bands, are from the early days, whether it's Mountain, Jimi Hendrix, Black Sabbath, Deep Purple, Cream, Led Zeppelin, Scorpions, we've AC/DC now. We've
Manowar.
We like to think that we're in the lineage, and so it's something that's it's like a priest or a doctor. It's a calling. You know what I mean? Those people, they
understand.
It's like if you want to say they have a calling from God, well, we have a calling from the metal gods to do this. A doctor's a doctor 24 hours a day. He walks out of the hospital. If somebody's bleeding in the street, he doesn't tell the people, oh, I'm sorry, you have to die. My shift is over. You're a doctor. You help. You do what's in you. You have to do what's in your heart and in your blood. And that's with us. We're born to do this, and we love it.
Yeah, correct. What's going to be next? Are you going to have a big tour or anything? Like you say, 60 shows.
Yes, we're going to be doing something very big and very special, and I hope we can come back to Yekaterinburg to do that. It's going to be the 25th anniversary of one of our biggest records. It's called Kings of Metal. So that's going to be a big anniversary. And it's going to be a big, big blowout. So you'll hear more about it.
Sure.
I'll fly back here, especially to do an interview with you and tell you about it when the time comes.
By now, you are the keepers of at least 2 records, being the loudest and the longest.
That's right. That's true.
What's next?
I don't know. We'll see. It was just, those things just happened by accident,
Not intentionally.
Not intentional. Well, the longest concert was intentional. The loudest was an accident because somebody dared to say they were louder. That was a mistake.
But 5 hours, 1 minute.
5 hours and 10, I think it was 5 hours and 10 minutes.
Wow. Yeah. The Japanese are happy.
Yeah. It's funny.
Death to false metal.
Yes.
What do you mean?
I mean all musicians who think that buying guitar, make some shit music, charge a lot of money, and think the fans are stupid. I mean, those people are assholes, and that's not being a musician. It's not bringing good into the world, good energy. It's everything that is wrong.
And the same
with
concerns the listeners also. The responsibility.
Well, but the people, unfortunately, are controlled a lot by the media, right? If somebody says, "Oh, this is the greatest thing," people, they want to believe, particularly if it's somebody that a magazine that they think is a good magazine or all right, there's too much manipulation. You know, people have got to judge for themselves, and it's upsetting to see the media abused, to see the fans abused, because the fans of metal music are pure people. They just love what they love, and a lot of people think it's a shortcut to being a rock star, and you just get rich and do some bullshit on stage. And you've seen so many bands. They come 1 minute, everybody says, "Oh, it's the next big thing," and then they're gone. In 3 months, and that's good that they're gone. But it's better if they don't come in the first place. If you can't play the guitar, don't wear it. If you can't sing, don't pick up a microphone. And worst of all, if you have to do it in your bedroom alone. Don't make people pay for it.
I do.
But everybody should do that. I think music's something anybody can share, and there's nothing wrong with people that want to get together and jam with their friends. I think that's great, or play and do their things, play in clubs, or charge a decent price. Everybody has the right to play music, but I'm talking about the intention of somebody thinking that they can fuck somebody and fuck the fans by pretending they can play or pretend they write songs and do some bullshit on stage and charge a fortune. That's basically like just fucking go to the bank with a gun and say, "Give me your fucking money." It's not much different.
And this also disregards the music.
It disregards the
style.
music, and it disregards people's mentality, thinking people are fucking idiots. I mean, that's not right. That's bad karma besides.
The question is, may sound to you rather funny. Do you know that in Russia many people call Manowar Manowar? You know why? Manowar.
Because of the W is pronounced V.
Because it's something like they would read it in German.
Yeah.
But also there is a thing in Russia called samovar. Samovar is a teapot. A big teapot, and you just pour the tea. So samovar, Manowar. And I told them, and they have it also here in the advertisement. They say, "We Russians, we call this band Manowar. Is it okay?"
Of course.
Or maybe we should tell them this is not correct. No?
Well, in Germany, people do pronounce it that way because they pronounce W, V, It's not an insult. They can say Manowar. They can say We say Manowar.
Manowar.
We say Manowar
in the United States.
Yeah.
What are the people listening?
Whatever shit. The radio, not like this station. There's not so many metal stations. No, really. Whatever shit the radio plays. And it's basically top 40, pop, rap, dance, and also MTV. It plays all these shit videos. And
on the metal scene in the United States, is it okay?
It's the real metal scene is still a big underground scene. It's not like in Europe.
No,
it's not like in Europe.
It's not like in Scandinavia.
No,
they
it's
have
not.
Very good bands.
Yes, they got good bands, and they've got a good scene. The scene in America is based around pop music, and it's very unfortunate. But there's still good fans. I mean, that's the problem. The good people suffer, for the idiots, and the heavy metal fans all over the world are great people, and that's where we go. We go to where the fans are. That's why we're here, Rock City.
Rock City. Yekaterinburg, Rock
That's
City.
right.
Any plans to play with the orchestra sometime?
Well, right now, I can only say that we're finishing up the Lord of Steel tour. That's what we're doing. And when you come and see it tomorrow night, you'll see it, and you'll feel it, and you'll hear it.
There's no need for the orchestra.
Not on this record, because this record is a return more to a straight ahead sound that we had in the earlier days. Some of the other records, we needed an orchestra to help use different colors to tell the stories, and it's really all about the story of the song. What is required?
What is your favorite Manowar song?
Father loves all his children.
Okay.
I don't have a favorite song. I don't have a favorite fan. I don't have a favorite city. I don't believe in it because if you love it, you love it all. You know?
All of them are children.
Yes, you have to. It's true.
Oh, great. So, that's practically everything I wanted to ask. Just
That's like saying, what's my favorite beer, favorite vodka, favorite girl? You can't. You have to try it all.
we will talk about your favorite vodka afterwards,
All
after the
right.
show.
All right. Yes, we'll try some. We'll test some.
And in general, we would like, to make the introduction because we are a classic rock station.
Okay, great.
Not so many heavy metal.
Yep.
But we would like to attract people to different types of music.
Of course. Of course.
So
I love
the-
classic rock. That's great. That was the
They will choose
golden
for
era.
themselves.
That was the golden era of music. Come on. 50s, 60s, 70s, 80s. 90s were fucked. 2000 is fucked too.
I think so. If we put away Led Zeppelin and Jimmy and Black Sabbath, what else? What else there would be?
I know. Can you imagine what I felt like the first time I talked to Tony Iommi on the phone?
Oh, wow.
I couldn't believe it.
What did he say?
I just got out of the hospital. I was burned up on stage in a band. We used to shoot off a lot of fire. If I do something, I do it big. And I wasn't playing live. And Doc, our chief technician, who was Ronnie Dio's best friend, got a call from Ronnie Dio. And Ronnie Dio said, I'm in Florida. I'm in a band, Black Sabbath. And of course, Doc, he's a mad scientist. And he said, who are they? and he says, well, they're a big band. And we're going to record a record. It's called Heaven and Hell. But their equipment is shit. Everything is fucked. And he said, can you come down and get us going in the studio? Because everything sounds like shit. So Doc flew down there. And when he was down there, he told me that he met the guys in Black Sabbath, and they were really, of course, nice. And, of course, I grew up together, 30 minutes from Ronnie Dio, and I used to play in Ronnie Dio's old band, Elf.
He played in Elf for a short time.
Right. Yeah. And so when he was down there, I was talking, with Ronnie on the phone. I said, oh, how's everything? He goes, yes, I'm excited. This is going to be a good band. This is going to be a good record. And I said, oh, that's great. And I said, what's the guys good? He goes, oh, they're all really nice guys. He goes, oh, Tony's right here. He goes, oh, why don't you say hi? And he put him on the phone, and I was like, oh, my God, Tony Iommi. I'm a huge, huge fan of your music. I love Black Sabbath, and I can't wait to hear the new record. Is it going to be heavy? He goes, yes. He had the big, thick Birmingham accent. He goes, yes, it's going to be very heavy, but also very melodic. And I was like, oh, what a fucking great guy. I couldn't believe it. And then just, 6 months later, I went to England because I was there working with Doc. I wasn't playing in a band, and I let Geezer use some of my equipment that was custom made for me. And I became friends with all the guys, and we just had so much fun. And, of course, Ronnie, took me under his wing and said, look, you're here on the road. Do anything you need to do to make this a better tour for all of us. And I ended up becoming like assistant road manager after being on the road with them for a year. And, of course, the rest is history. That's where we started Manowar from being on that tour. So, these are moments you never forget.
Yeah, sure.
Like when I met Orson Welles.
We were very sad to hear of Ronnie James Dio death.
Yeah.
He is such a voice.
He was such a
He's
voice.
very beloved here.
He was, yes, and he was also a dear friend to me. As I said, I played in Elf. He was at my mother's house for dinner many times. We shared a lot of memories out on the road, out on tour. And I can tell you, he was a really, really beautiful person inside. And he also, that beautiful voice inside was a beautiful person. Some people, they make good music or they make beautiful art, but they're fucking assholes, really. And all they do is, in one hand, they make life beautiful with their art. And on the other hand, they make life miserable and people want to kill themselves. He was not that kind of guy. He was beautiful on the inside. His voice was beautiful, and he was a beautiful person. Truly was. He had a heart for everybody. He would not ever leave a concert until every fucking autograph was signed. Whoever waited out by that bus, he'd sign. You know, he was just a real human being. You know,
I think he was the same as you.
He was, well,
In
you know,
his,
we grew up 30 miles away from each other. We both have similar backgrounds and so
He had
forth.
the same dedication.
Yeah.
The same, manner of thinking about this.
I learned
This
a
is
lot. I
treasure.
learned a lot from him, and I'll never forget one of the proudest moments of my life was when we did the Monsters of the Millennium tour, and it was by that time Manowar had over the years gone up, 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 and it was Manowar headliner, and then Motorhead and Dio, and he said to me, he goes, "Well, you did it. You did it on your own.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody thought you were fucking crazy and stupid, play all these solos on bass guitar, but you wrote good music. You loved the fans, and I'm proud of you. I had my day. I played Madison Square Garden. I was the man. Now you're the man, and I'm proud for you, and I'm happy for you." And he really meant it. And you can imagine what that meant because, I started out basically like you could say I was his student. You know what I mean? I studied and I learned
Mm-hmm.
from him, and he taught me a lot. And then, he was proud to see me.
And he used to play
finally go.
bass also.
And a great bass player. And he played and sang at the same time. So, these are little moments that touch your life and make you remember things. You know what I mean? And so I think when you have good people around you that teach you, the right way to do things, then you learn that life is short. Friends are the most precious thing that you can have, and there's no such thing as a rock star. There's rocks, they're on the ground, and there's stars, they're in the sky, and we're all just somewhere in between. There's no such thing as a rock star, that's for sure. I just never had that mentality. I just believe that I'm lucky to be able to play music, to be around nice people, have a great band of people that, we love each other, and we have the greatest fucking fans in the world. There's no doubt about it. And the strongest and the best fans, okay, in Russia are the Manowar fans. And that's the truth.
Joey, that was, the grand final of this symphony that you have talked to us. Thank you very much. Would you please say once again this?
Yes.
In some, in your own words.
About RockArsenal now, though, right? About the station or the concert?
About the concert.
Oh.
About the show tomorrow.
But the show here is RockArsenal, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
The station.
Okay. This is Joey DeMaio from Manowar. I'm here in the office on the air with RockArsenal, kicking your fucking ass with true heavy metal. And speaking of kicking your fucking ass and crushing your fucking nuts, we're going to blow your head off and take the fucking roof off that goddamn Uralits. So be there when we test the fucking roof of that building. Fuck the world. Hail and kill and hail to Russia.
Thank you very much.
Oh,
Thank
my
you.
pleasure. Now we have to take some photos.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Sure. Would you like to do it here or there?
Well, why don't we have her come in?
Anyway.
Why don't we have her come in, and I can get here so we can see the equipment with you and me and him, right? The engineer, the three will get that. Then I can take a photo with everybody one at a time, so everybody's happy, right?
I wanna hear.
Yeah, sure. We'll stay here. Sure.